I tend to hear the same few, I don't know if I want to call them an objection or a misconception or what, but you tend to hear the same things over and over again. And the thing that drives me bananas is that they're really unfounded and untrue. And I love what Bob Heilig says. He says, people don't dislike network marketing. They dislike network marketers. And I think he hits the nail on the head, because typically people that have a negative view of the industry are either completely ignorant to it and have zero experience with it, or they have had, and more commonly, they have had a negative experience with someone in the industry, with a specific network marketer or a few of them, and then they use that experience to sort of paint the whole industry. And it's easy to do, right? You have this bad experience, you've got this pushy person who will not leave you alone, is not very ethical, is not very skilled, is not very professional, and you're like, oh my gosh. So I often joke that the great thing about network marketing is that anyone can do it, and the bad thing about network marketing is that anyone can do it. So there's not a hiring process. Anybody can sign up to have a network marketing business, which is great because it's a level playing field for entrepreneurs. It is a low buy-in. Everybody has a chance. But then you also end up with people who have no idea what they are doing, who maybe don't have the highest level of integrity, who maybe are looking for some like get rich quick and let me look at everybody as a dollar sign type mentality. And that ends up giving people bad experiences, and then they end up disliking the whole industry. So I am here to tell you that even if you feel like you know that you don't like network marketing, and it's slimy and it's pushy and it's this and it's that, I would challenge you that perhaps you dislike network marketers, not network marketing. So now that is out of the way, the one that I hear, and I can't believe I still hear it, because I would think that by now people would know the difference, but I heard it last night. We're at a holiday party and somebody goes, oh, it's one of those pyramid things. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe people are still saying it's a pyramid scheme. You guys, a pyramid scheme is illegal. That is when there is not a good or a service. It's just money that changes hands, right? It's like a Ponzi scheme, illegal thing. Network marketing is just sales, you guys. So for me, I sell shampoo. There is a product. There are network marketing companies that sell more service-based things like energy consolidation, like that kind of thing. So if there is a good or a service, it is just a sales business. It is not a pyramid scheme. Now, what I think might confuse people is that if you draw out any sales organization on a piece of paper, it is going to look like a triangle or a pyramid. You're going to have your owner or your CEO at the top, and then like your VPs, and then your regionals, and all the way down. And the people at the top tend to make more money than the people at the bottom. But here's where network marketing is a little bit different, is like somebody down here can end up making more money than somebody like here. So it, in a sense, it's even less of a pyramid than any sales organization, because it really doesn't matter where your little body falls in the organization. Your earning potential isn't determined on where you are there, if that makes sense. Like, I make a lot more money than my upline, and I think I out earn the upline above of that person too. So it has nothing to do with that. But even when I worked retail, I made a certain amount and I got bonuses that were based on commission. And then my assistant manager got bonuses, and the manager got bonuses, and the regional got bonuses. Do you see what I'm saying? So the cost of the thing, whatever it is, like let's say you are buying this, there are people that make, I gotta tell you, there's people that make money. When you buy things, somebody's making money. From the person who sells it to you, to the advertiser who did the campaign, to the person who's cleaning the facility, to like all the way up the line. So if you think that people are not, if there's not a lot of people that are profiting off of everything that you do, you are wrong. And you gotta, like, I mean, somebody's making money off you every day, everything you do. So things are marked up to allow for all those people to be able to make money. And I think that's where people sort of get misconstrued, is they're like, oh, well, it must just be crazy markup if they're making that much money in this network marketing. I heard this one's making this much and this one's making that much. What is the markup? Everything you buy is marked up. It's just where those dollars go from the markup. With network marketing, you have your home office, your corporate, and then you have your sales force. There's nothing in between. There's no middleman. So the profits, right, get divided up, and more of the profits go back into the sales force, because all that money that would have been spent on advertising does not exist in network marketing. So that is why the field, the salespeople, are able to earn quite a significant income, because the money is there, because it's not being spent other places. But there's no different level of markup than any other thing that you buy. Like, has anybody been to Kohl's lately? Talk about a place that like marks things up to I don't even know. And then they have like fake sales. So this is turning into a rant on Kohl's, and I apologize, but let me just, it drives me bananas, because they're like, and this retails for $80, but when you use your this, that, the other, really it's just bringing it down to like a normal, reasonable price. So everything is marked up so that people are able to make money. And so there's a profit margin. It is not a network marketing specific thing. It is a sales thing. And everything you buy, you were sold. So again, don't understand why this is an issue for people. So pyramid schemes are illegal. Sales organizations do look like a triangle when you draw them on a piece of paper. Nothing to be concerned about. Okay. Next one. You have to rely and prey on your family and friends. You guys, if you think that you can have a successful business of any kind, I don't care what it is. If you think you're going to have a successful business by selling to your family and your friends, you can forget about it. Network marketing, traditional business, opening a restaurant, having a dog walking service, whatever it is that you want to do, you absolutely 100% will not be successful relying on family and friends. And I think people that have that misconception when they start a business like this can't figure out why they can't get ahead. And it's because, well, you're just like bullying your inner circle to try to make them buy or use something that they may or may not be interested in. Now, here's where I feel like there can be a happy medium, okay? So while you don't want to rely on your family and friends, you absolutely can loop them in on what you're doing. And that's why I know my company and my business and how I run my team is we do business launches specifically for your close network. So that's where your family, your friends, your acquaintances, all those people, you do some type of event, you do this business launch. Ours are more of like social announcement, ribbon cutting, grand opening type things. It's to let your network know what you're doing and that you are open for business. And then they can decide, is this something I'm interested in or not? But you want to at least let your network know what you're doing. So I use social media. I do events. I invite people. You figure out who's going to be interested and who's not. It would be like if you were opening a restaurant, you would tell your friends and family you were opening a restaurant, right? You wouldn't like keep it under wraps and be like, ooh, I better not say on Facebook that my restaurant opens next week. What if some people don't want to eat there? Like what? Like you wouldn't. You would share those things. And this is no different. It is just a business. It is just a sales business like anything else. If I got a job at the mall, everybody would be thrilled. But you say you launched a network marketing business and people are like, ooh, what's she doing? Oh my gosh, everybody relax. It is just a job. It is just a job. And you people that say these mean things, because I know you're out there, because I hear it, and I've been I've had the brunt of it happen to me as well. The things that people say just boggle my mind. It would be the equivalent, like people would be like, oh, I hope you don't think I'm going to buy it, or I hope you don't think I'm going to. It would be like if you were opening a restaurant and somebody was like, well, I hope you don't expect me to eat there. Ugh, I'm not going to have you make money off of like serving me spaghetti. Oh my God, how dare you? Like what? Like, it's just so weird. It's just weird to me. Like, the double standard is just really strange. So if you're not interested in a certain product, or like, just don't buy it. Just don't eat there. Just don't shop there. Like, whatever it is, like, why does it bother you at your core? I think maybe that is more of the issue than anything else. And if it's social media that drives you bonkers and you don't like seeing people post about their businesses, you can unfollow them. You can click hide posts like this. Remember that you're in charge of the media that you're consuming, and what you like, don't like is up to you to monitor what you're seeing on social media and not what other people are putting out on social media. If you don't like something, you don't have to follow them. But that doesn't mean that they should censor themselves and not promote their business or their service or what they're doing because they're worried about what you're going to think. Like, what you think really has nothing to do with them or their business. Does that make sense? So, like, you're in charge. So you consume what you want to consume on social media and let people post what they want to post. The two are not connected, and you all can still be friends and everybody can get along. Like, if you don't want to buy my shampoo, that is not going to affect my well-being, my happiness, my anything. If you would rather not watch my live videos, that is fine. That is totally fine. But my videos do reach a certain audience that helps move my business forward, that helps my team. So I'm going to keep doing them. You get to decide if you want to watch them or not. Like, and I will not be sad no matter what you pick. Like, you know, I get it. We all have the same amount of hours in a day. You do you, I'll do me. And the last thing that I hear is, well, those things don't work. You know what? Susie did it, and she didn't make $1, and she ended up with a whole bunch of stuff, and she lost money in the end. Okay, fine. So Susie didn't, like, become a rock star and do anything with her business. Here's the thing. You're dealing with a very low buy-in, right? So like I said before, like, anybody can do this. There's not a job application. There's not, like, nobody's doing a credit cert. Like, anybody and everybody can sign up for these things, no matter what their intentions are. And a lot of people join businesses not because they want to have a business, but because they're like a super customer of whatever that product is, and they want a bigger discount. So if you find a lot of these companies, like, don't have order minimums and stuff, or they're very low, and if it's something people are doing anyway, they'll join the company just to get the perks. Really, they're just a glorified customer, and they were never looking at it as I'm going to make this my career. They were looking at, like, I'm going to get me some shampoo at a discount and my hair is going to be fabulous. Do you know what I mean? I would say that's at least 50% of my team are people that really just want 30% off on their shampoo. Let's be honest. And that is fine. But if I did on a percentage base and put that 50% that have no interest in having a business, they just want a discount, and I did a percentage, and it would be like 50% of the people on my team don't make any money. They just buy products. That would be like, oh, see, it doesn't work. Look, half of those people not making anything. Well, they don't want to make anything. They just want their shampoo. So when you see the statistics, like this percentage of network marketers never make this much, well, that's kind of not accurate, because you're factoring in all those people who never really wanted it as a business in the first place. Does that make sense? So you've got those people, and then you've got the people that really, they want to do it in addition to whatever they're doing. It's a fun little side hustle. They're happy if they make $100, $200. They're like, yeah, I'm going to DSW. I'm getting me some booties. This is awesome. And then that gets factored in. So that's why there's such a discrepancy. But I can tell you from personal experience, if you treat this like a business, if you're coachable, if you do the work and put in the hours, it can freaking blow your mind, change your world, because my life is completely different because of this industry, and I would never, there is nothing else. I challenge you to find me anything else that I could do that would have the flexibility that this has and give me the income that I have. I can't think of anything else that would allow me to do what I do in the amount of time and in the way that I do it. I just can't think of anything else. So it drives me bananas when people are like, well, that doesn't work. And I'm like, well, It worked for me, and I'm not like, I didn't have some enormous network. I didn't have some specific skill set, some help. Like, I made this up as I went along, right? So imagine if I actually knew what I was doing, what I would have been able to do. And I have friends in my company and in other companies who are super successful, like multiple 6 figures, 7 figures. I know real people, like moms, like normal people that drive minivans, who were like barely able to pay for camp 3 years ago, who are making $1 million a year. Who makes $1 million a year? I don't know anybody outside of network marketers. I don't. And the people that I know that make multiple 6 figures are CEOs and lawyers and doctors. It's not a mom doing it at nap time. Okay, tell me what else a mother can do at nap time and generate a 6-figure income, because I don't know what else it could be. So it upsets me that these misconceptions are out there, because it ends up holding people back from something that could be really good for them. And it's not for everybody. Just like, I mean, there's nothing that's for everybody, you guys. But make sure you have all the facts before you make these ridiculous statements and really have no idea what you're talking about. And in terms of failure rates, I looked this up because I was like, if somebody said like, oh, I'm going to get my real estate license, would you be like, oh, well, 75% of realtors fail in their first year, but good luck? You would never say that. You would never say that, right? Like, would you say that to somebody? But yet your sister joins Arbonne and you're like, oh, nobody makes money at that. Good luck, sweetie. Like, what? Like, why is that okay? It is no different. And that is like the biggest point that I want to get across, is this is no different than any other sales business, right? Like, and I love comparing it to real estate because it's similar in that you're in control. You can make your hours. You can work as much as little as you want. You can create a real estate team where now I have a real estate team and I'm making a percentage of what these people are selling. Does this sound familiar? Yes, it's called sales. And whether you're selling houses or shampoo, it works the same. And 75% of realtors, they fail year 1, and 87% have failed by year 5. But you don't hear people being like, those realtors, what a scam that is. No, because it's really just a job. They're just selling houses. Everything is fine. Some people are good at it. Some people aren't. Some people don't realize what they're getting into and they decide to do something else, just like any other job. So I'm done now, I think. I think I am off of my soapbox. I hope that was helpful. I hope my delivery wasn't completely offensive, but it drives me bananas because I don't understand it, I guess. Like, I don't get it. So, if you found value in this, please share it with somebody.